See if Xander Schauffele can get close to the green here at 8, coming off that eagle at 7. They're looking way right. Yeah. That guy's looking up. Spotter up there. He's looking for it in the trees. That was way right.
No, we're talking about the second one. The second one. It was just right of this.
This is at the 8th. Schauffele's looking for his ball right over there at 8.
That's the second one. Yeah. You got it?
Wrong! Good job, though.
Mark Dusbabic from PGA Tour Rules is with us. Deuce, what is he looking at over here?
Yeah, Kurt, Xander hit a provisional off the tee, which if he would have known, it's obviously he didn't know there was a red penalty area there because you're not allowed to hit a provisional for a ball that is in the penalty area. But he didn't know that it was, so it was okay for him to hit that provisional. But now that he gets up there, he sees that the ball is in the in the red penalty area. So now he's going to estimate that spot where it last crossed, which now that they've found the ball, they can make a better judgment of where it crossed.
Or play it, right, Deuce? I mean, he still has that option if he thinks he can punch out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He always has that option, but at least they have a spot that they could operate on if he chooses not to play.
Get all the way to this bag to have a clear shot. Can you move it?
Yeah, movable.
As long as it's not embedded, which it doesn't look like it was.
I wouldn't have been able to move it if it was embedded.
Yeah. Ow. Ow. I mean,
Mark, they're moving loose impediments inside the penalty area. No problem there as well.
No problem with that. I did hear them talk about embedded, and whether the ball that you can't have an embedded ball in a penalty area, and that loose impediment there, that rock, is not, as long as it's not solidly embedded, which if Xander can move it, it's fine.
ow.
Well, Xander didn't want to pull a muscle, so he's going to get his man to do the heavy work.
Austin Kaiser in there doing the heavy lifting right now.
You guys want to play? Yeah, please.
We're pitching out here. Is this not in our way? This shot.
Can you stand where that cable comes down?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I need you to move, please. I got to come out this way.
Mark Dusbabic, you need to explain what's going on here.
I know Dave Donnelly loves being in under those trees there. You can see the Camry tower right there. That's one of our ShotLink camera towers, and there's a guy wire that comes down off of that. So the determination Dave just made is that can Xander make it to that camera tower through the trees there? And Dave has made the decision he can, so he's going to get relief out of that. And it would be free relief, even though he's in the penalty area. He has to stay in that penalty area to take his full and complete relief.
Right there. Yeah, it's very close.
So we've got 2 club legs.
Right, yeah.
Dropping in the second one.
Okay. Kyle, do you want to get driver out? See how far out we can get?
It's a great break for him right
At
here.
the beginning of that.
2 club lengths, yeah. Sure.
Thanks. Ow.
It's all within the rules.
Yeah.
Everything's great. And that's why our officials on site there to help him with that so he doesn't make a mistake. He knows that he can ask those questions and Dave will help him out and give him the best answer he can.
We still don't have a shot, but
Also an experienced player, Kurt, as we know, will actually ask that decision.
He's going to be able to drop it, I think, right on the edge.
Do I remove it? That's in play. Remove it. If it moves, it'll replace it.
In park? Okay, thanks.
So it was up against the tee there. As long as he pulled the tee then and it didn't move, he's good to go. If it had moved, Dave Donnelly telling him he would replace it. You know, that's why the players, sometimes they'll bring an official in and they'll ask these questions, because in the end, this is going to work so much in his favor to get all of this, the relief to here. And that's a good shot, and he has that up the slope for birdie. Yeah, he's going to get out of there with a 4. Made eagle at 7. He's going to make a 4 here at 8. Looked like he maybe, you know, best case scenario, he'd walk out of there with a 5.
We're here outside Quail Hollow Club, right to the right of the 8th green. I'm with PGA Tour rules official David Donnelly. There was a lot made of the drop that Xander Schauffele took yesterday from here. There's a ShotLink tower in his way, and there's been a lot of criticism. And I've got the man who was here on the ruling. David, explain what's going on here with where Xander's ball is.
Well, there's a number of things going on here. First of all, we found the ball. It's in bounds. The fence to the right is a boundary. And when Xander called me in, he wanted to know if he was able to get relief from this tower up here. He squatted down, looked that way, and said, well, I've got an easy punch shot. I can easily get this up to the green if that's not there. And so I said, yeah, I see the hole. It's easy to get, you know, that's a legitimate shot. It's acceptable for the conditions he's in. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on here, but he has a window to be able to play the ball through this area. And that was a very reasonable shot to take on.
And sitting here looking at it, and we've got a ball down there, I've got a 4-iron, I've gotten in here and made a little bitty practice swing. There is no doubt in my mind that I would hit this shot because we're not in a penalty area. His only other option would be an unplayable lie, and clearly 2 club lengths isn't going to do anything. Going back on line with the flag, you've got the boundary fence, so the only option is to go back to the tee. And so I think this is a totally justified shot. And I'm going to show you how easy it was. Xander Schauffele, one of the best players in the world. Me, have it warmed up, and I'm going to get this thing out first try.
Okay. So before you do that, I just want to make one clarification here that the camera can see the window he's got to play through here.
Yes.
If this ball is 5-6 feet to the left, the ruling is completely different. Over here, he's got a shot that every tour pro is going to take on. And that level of skill is a lot greater than the general public. So here, he's getting relief. If his ball is 5 feet to the left and that tree is blocking him, or he's got to go through several other bushes to get to where he's going to, that's an entirely different ruling. That's where it's not reasonable to play through all that and expect to get relief.
Right. And also the ruling that took place, so this ShotLink tower has 2 guide wires, and so the rule is you've got to get the ball where you, with line of sight, with a temporary movable obstruction, you get to the point where you can see the flagstick without the wire being in the way. Correct. You get 1 club length from there, and you have to drop it in the second. And so that's what got Xander out of these holly bushes in the first place, completely by the books.
Exactly.
What do you think? Think I got it, David?
I expect nothing less.
All right, and so when I get in here, I can freely make my stance. So when I stand up, if I break a twig, that is not a penalty.
As long as you're reasonably taking your stance, you're good.
You tell me if I'm not reasonably taking my stance.
You're doing good.
All right, let's go here. It's just a little chippy 4-iron. It only has to travel 10 yards. Boom! Yes!
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching the PGA Tour on YouTube. Watch another video right here.